How many of you know about Karnal Bunt? I'm getting more hands this time. This is great. Karnal Bunt's a really important disease of wheat. It's actually number 4 on Australia's Biosecurity list of most unwanted plant diseases. And it's got the potential to cripple our global wheat industry. I'm Dr Will Cuddy. I've got more than 7 years' experience as a wheat pathologist with the New South Wales Department of Primary Industries. So wheat infected with Karnal Bunt tastes and smells like rotten fish, so it can't be used for human consumption. When grains get infected, they become this mass of dark spores, and as little as 3% contamination is enough to make a consignment of wheat unusable. Karnal Bunt was first detected in 1931 near Karnal in India and has since spread to 4 of the 6 wheat-producing continents. So let's start with biosecurity. For you, biosecurity may just be a sign like this one on a farmer's gate. But biosecurity is really important because it's about protecting people's livelihoods, plant diseases, lower yields, and reduced market access. Today I'd like to talk to you about Karnal Bunt as an example of the biosecurity tools my team is creating to help protect the global wheat industry. So globally, wheat exports are worth about $40 billion, and 70% of all the wheat we produce is for human consumption. This map provides a bit of a snapshot around wheat trade as it stands at the moment. Countries in blue export more than $50 million worth of grain a year. The green countries are the 30 main wheat importing nations, and together they make up they're the destination for 3/4 of the grain that gets exported. The yellow countries on here are those countries that produce wheat primarily for domestic consumption. The zones in red are the places on Earth that already have Karnal Bunt present. So wheat trade relies on trust. Primarily trust in government declarations that wheat that's being exported has been grown in areas that are free from Karnal Bunt, and there's growing international pressure for us to continue to provide evidence to support those area freedom claims. If Karnal Bunt arrived and became widespread in Australia, you would expect a halving of our wheat export value, which is currently at $3 to $6 billion. Now, although Karnal Bunt isn't present in Australia, that doesn't mean that it hasn't been used to restrict our market access in the past. In 2004, a dispute with Pakistan left 150,000 tonnes of wheat in dispute while pathologists argued about spores. These spores. One of these spores was present in the shipment and does not cause disease in wheat. The other spore causes Karnal Bunt. Can you tell the difference? While $20 million of wheat was being disputed in Pakistan, there was another $400 million of Australian wheat exports on ships heading around the world under a cloud of market access risk. We don't want that to happen again. So our team has been working on developing new tools to identify Karnal Bunt. A previous tool we developed is actually the current international standard. That tool can still take up to 3 weeks to identify Karnal Bunt. We weren't satisfied with that result, so we've kept working and we've now developed a new and better tool. Our tool is more efficient. It can identify Karnal Bunt in 2 hours instead of about 3 weeks. It doesn't require expensive laboratory equipment, nor does it need specialised staff. We've already validated our tool outside Australia on live Karnal Bunt material, and we're currently seeking worldwide patent protection. The immediate market we see for our tool is in helping people screen their wheat imports for Karnal Bunt. We want the world to trust our tool, so our initial customer is going to be government-run laboratories that are screening wheat imports for biosecurity threats like Karnal Bunt. We see a future market for this tool as well, which is in assurance that wheat exports are free from Karnal Bunt before they leave the port of origin. Rather than having to be used just before wheat is put in a ship's hold or packed in a container, our tool can actually be used much further back in the wheat supply chain. We actually see our future customer being a technician working in a grains receival silo So as the farmer brings in their grain from harvest, it can be checked at that point to be certified clear of Karnal Bunt. We're a team of experienced plant pathologists and a technical services manager, and we are currently looking for a commercial partner to help us take our Karnal Bunt Tool to the next state. If you're interested in biosecurity, please come and talk to us.